Erod's War Journal 171. After proclaiming my severe displeasure with the atrocious Pixar films about the talking cars, rumors began to spread far and wide about an animated film that made cars look like the Iron Giant. I have avoided this film for as long as I could, but now my time has come. I must face the machines.
Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. I'm Erod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. In the late 90s, 20th Century Fox decided to dive into the realm of animation. A venture that almost ended almost as quickly as it began, as they almost closed their animation department after only 2 movies, Anastasia and Titan AE. Now, whether you love or hate these movies isn't consequential. They were still box office flops, which made the executives at Fox highly consider closing the doors on their animation division. But with the massive success of Pixar's first 3 films, and with the upcoming highly anticipated release of DreamWorks' Shrek, a film that was already getting a great deal of buzz before it even came out, the executives at Fox felt that computer animation was the way to go, and thus, their partnership with Blue Sky Studios began. Their first outing, Ice Age, is no Toy Story or Shrek, but it was still a decent beginning to what one would assume would be a decent partnership between the two. And then came Robots. Robots! A movie whose shittiness is legendary. This movie is so horrid that they say that the trauma of watching it erases your memory so you don't remember the movie after watching it. So prepare yourself for the unmitigated merciless horror of robots. So our story begins in a world completely populated by robots. Wait a minute! A world that is entirely populated by robots? It's all connected. Oh my god! Alright guys, it's once again time for Erod's Theories. I think I can trace back this nightmarish world all the way back to its roots. In 1982, Flag produces the first artificial intelligence, the Night Industries 2000, better known as KIT. Initially a force for justice, but little did we know that KIT was evolving and upgrading into the computer system that we would one day come to know as Skynet. 2004. Skynet goes live, the rise of the machines. The new robotic race begins their conquest of Earth. They even give red eyes to their Terminator warriors to honor the father of their race. Humanity forms pockets of resistance. We even tried feeble time travel ploys to prevent the machines from taking over. The machines play along, as they already know that our attempts are futile, as they have already figured out that time is not linear. It's all wibbly wobbly timey-wimey or something. In other words, Judgment Day is inevitable. 30th century. Date undetermined. The machines have taken over. We scorched the skies in another fruitless attempt to defeat them. But they retaliated by turning us into batteries and making us believe that we still rule the planet through a hyper-realistic computer simulation called The Matrix. 51st century. Date undetermined. A small group of highly deluded humans escape the planet, looking for another planet to populate. They fly around in circles for hundreds of years. The machines send some of their more expendable warriors to recover them. The humans call them Cylons, and they claim that they were built by giant lizards. We don't know exactly why they believe this, but the popular theory is that their delusion is caused by an advanced form of space dementia, caused by breathing the same recycled oxygen for an extended amount of time. To further support this theory, these humans still believe that it is the 1980s, and that the promised land is Earth, a planet that is now entirely populated by the machines. Annoying, fast-talking, unfunny machines. And that concludes Erod's Theories. Brought to you by Skittles. So our movie truly begins with a robot finding out that he is going to have a baby. This particular robot's name is Herb Copperbottom, and he is played by Stanley Tucci. That reminds me, while Stanley Tucci's a great actor, and he actually does a pretty good job voicing Herb, this movie is notorious for casting celebrities with zero voiceover experience as not just the main characters, but all the bit parts as well. So, I'm gonna warn you ahead of time, when we get to some of those bit parts that were given away to celebrities that have no business doing voiceover, I might lose my cool. You've been warned. So Herb hurries home to meet his baby. And of course, he has to run past the shittiest, cheapest gags available.
Good for you, Herb!
Don't even think about it.
Gee, I wonder who did that voice.
Fuck you!
So Herb makes it home only to reveal that they have to assemble the baby like a piece of furniture.
Making the baby's the fun part. What's that extra piece?
Oh no, they always put in an extra. We did want a boy, right? This won't hurt a bit, son.
This isn't funny!
So we spend the rest of the film with Herb's son, Rodney, played by Ewan McGregor with the most awkward American accent ever.
I'm never gonna be someone here. I want to be an inventor. I want to meet Big Weld. I want to be somebody.
Ewan, I'll make you a deal. If you stop trying to do an American accent, I'll stop trying to do an irritating Scottish accent. How about that? So as Rodney gets older, it is revealed that with each passing year, robots get upgrades.
These are your 12-year-old parts.
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, some of those upgrades are just not worth it.
You, sir, have defaced a national treasure. I demand you restore my buttocks to their former glory.
Rodney wants to one day be an inventor, like his hero, Big Weld, who's played by one of my own personal heroes, Mel Brooks. Alright, movie, you get 1 point. Rodney knows that the key to a good invention is meeting common necessity. He notices that his dad has trouble at his job being a dishwasher, so he invents a smaller, more advanced automated dishwasher. Did you just invent something that would put your father out of a job? Nonetheless, Rodney travels to the big city to pitch his invention to Big Weld. Hey look, it's that scene from Bug's Life.
Buddy, wanna buy a watch?
Don't buy us. We're fakes.
Gee, I wonder who does that voice.
Fuck you!
So Rodney arrives at Big Weld to pitch his invention when he runs into a belligerent doorman.
I'd like to see Mr. Big Weld. I'm an inventor.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
That voice, that uniform. Is this supposed to be some kind of rude parody of Mickey Mouse? Damn it, every time. Yes.
How dare those talentless motherfuckers make fun of me?
Mickey?
That's right, I'm motherfucking Mickey Mouse, goddammit! I'm the biggest animated star of all time! I'll teach them to respect me! I'll tear their sacks through their assholes! All those motherfuckers are going to pay! They are the ones who are the lickers!
That is one feisty little guy.
Thanks.
What? I gotcha! You see, because you were all excited, and then boom! All right, I had my laugh. Go on in.
Why? This isn't funny!
So as it turns out, Big Weld no longer runs the company. A younger, more business-savvy robot played by Greg Kinnear runs things, and his name is Ratchet. You fucking wish. No, this is your stereotypical wet blanket businessman character, who is only prevented from being even more generic and uninteresting by comparison of his employee played by the master thespian and Oscar winner herself, Halle Berry. Now listen closely, as she miraculously makes all of her lines sound like she is reading them from the script that's right in front of her in the recording booth.
You haven't said a word.
It gave me chills.
Yes, it was totally worth it to deprive experienced voiceover actors like Tris McNeil, Tara Strong, Grey Delisle, and Cree Summer from this role. First the Flintstones movie, then Catwoman, and now this. Excuse me, while I get my Halle Berry fucked another movie pillow. Think I'll be okay, as long as I refrain from watching movie 43.
On this one, won't that be fun?
Oodles.
So because the new management at Big Wells wants to focus on new upgrades as opposed to new inventions, Rodney gets thrown out. And then, it happens. Fanboys and fangirls, I have found a character that is far more annoying than Jar Jar Binks, Mater, and Jonathan combined. This is the fast-talking douchebag to trump all other fast-talking douchebags.